It is that time of year. It's time to talk about the state of my physical TBR and show you all of the books that I still have on it. Hi everyone, my name is Julie. This is Keep Calm with Books and Coffee. I talk about books on this channel, mainly books about magic, and today we are going to be doing a video that I haven't done in years, but I want to do today, and it is to talk about the state of my physical TBR, what I have done to reduce it and hit my goals in 2024, and then also show you every physical book I have on my physical TBR. I already know I'm going to do a little bit of an analysis here because I have some notes, and then we will jump into showing you all of the books. So at the beginning of 2024, I had 105 books on my physical TBR, and my goal was to have it be less than 80 at the end of the year. So we have reduced it to 75 books at the time of filming this video. Now I do have a couple of weeks left in the year, and I probably will read a book or two off of here, but I don't plan on purchasing or acquiring anything else because I had a goal of purchasing less than 50 books, and I'm currently still under that number. So I'm doing my very, very best not to go over that number before the end of the year. So I don't think we're going to be adding anything else. In total, I have reduced my TBR by 40 books. So that is a big accomplishment. I'm well below the 80 mark that I set myself, and I'm really happy about that. I have accomplished the goal. But how did we get here? What was the path to reading down my TBR? So in total, I read 48 books from my physical TBR as part of the books that I read in 2024. 17 of those were books that I purchased in 2024. But overall, I read 48 books, which means I read 31 from my backlist books that I had previous to 2024, which I think is a pretty good number considering I only had 100. So I read out of that 105, I read a third of the books that I had on my physical TBR and reduced it down that much. So I think that went pretty well. Overall, I unhauled or DNF'd 45 books from my physical TBR in 2024, which isn't my favorite number, but I am becoming more selective, and I've gotten a better handle on DNFing and realizing this isn't the book for me, or this isn't a book I want to read, or this doesn't appeal to me anymore. This might have buzzwords that don't work for me anymore. So I'm happy with how much I've been DNFing and unhauling and just realizing that these books aren't for me for one reason or another. Only 5 of those DNFs or unhauls came from books that I purchased in 2024. So I think that is a very low percentage of books that I am currently purchasing that I didn't like or didn't want to read or decided to unhaul. So since I read and unhauled so many books from my physical TBR, I will tell you that I purchased 48 books in the year of 2024. So I'm happy with that number. I was hoping to stay under 50 for my purchases in 2024, and that did happen. Now I'm gonna change up my goals a little bit in 2025, and I'll talk about this in that video as well, because I have several things pre-ordered for 2025 that I didn't purchase. I purchased in 2024. I put out the money in 2024, but they're not here yet. So I kind of want to change the phrasing I have for this goal, only because I'm talking about things, I want to focus more on what I'm adding to my physical TBR more than what I'm necessarily, the numbers I'm buying. So like I said, the overall decrease from 105 to 75 is 40 books. So I'm really proud of that. I'm really happy with that. And I will keep you in suspense of my goals for 2025 for my physical TBR for my goals video, which is coming very soon. But for now, we're going to jump into showing you every physical book I have on my TBR going into 2025. These are in no particular order, but we're going to start out with Black Sun by Rebecca Roanhorse, The Wise Man's Sphere by Patrick Rothfuss, The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, Babel by R.F. Kuang, Call Down the Hawk, Mr. Impossible, and The Grey Warren, all by Maggie Stiefvater. Blood Marked by Tracy Dion. Masters of Death by Olivia Blake. The Familiar by Lee Bardugo. Ithaca by Claire North. The City of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. The Kingdoms by Natasha Pulley. Warrior Girl Unearthed by Angeline Boulet. The Dangerous Tides Collection, Volumes 1, 2, and 3, and this is by various authors. Witch Shadow by Susan Dennard. The Whispering Skull by Jonathan Stroud. Forged by Magic by Jenna Wolfhart. The Ruthless Lady's Guide to Wizardry by C.M. Wagoner. Where the Drowned Girls Go by Shauna McGuire. The Undertaking of Heart and Mercy by Megan Bannon. Daughter of Winter and Twilight by Helen Corcoran. The Prospects by K.T. Hoffman. Shipmates by Megan Becker. A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating a Demon by Sarah Hawley. Band Sinister by K.J. Charles. You Should Be So Lucky by Kat Sebastian. All Our Hidden Gifts by Caroline O'Donoghue. Ashes of the Sun by Django Wexler. The Fine Print by Lauren Asher. Middle Game by Shauna McGuire. Coffee Dates by Megan Becker. The Peculiar Tastes Volumes 2 and 3, which are by several different authors. Nettle and Bone by T. Kingfisher. Unnatural Magic by C.M. Wagoner. Saint Death's Daughter by C.S.E. Cooney. Furyborn by Claire Legrand. Don't Want You Like a Best Friend by Emma R. Albin. The Kiss Countdown by Etta Easton. Son of the Storm by Suni Davies Alcombawa. The Conductors by Nicole Glover. Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. Last Night at the Telegraph Club by Melinda Lowe. Small Game by Blair Braverman. Gwen and Art Are Not in Love by Lex Croucher. Year of the Reaper by Mackay Lucier. Cemetery Boys by Aidan Thomas. Belladonna by Adeline Grace. Blood Debts by Terry J. Benton Walker. Horror Store by Grady Hendrix. Angel's Blood and Archangel's Kiss by Nalani Singh. The Mistress Experience by Scarlett Peckman. Wake Me Most Wickedly by Felicia Grossman. A Liaison with a Leading Lady by Lottie R. James. That was a lot of L's. Record of a Spaceborne Few, and The Galaxy and the Ground Within by Becky Chambers. The Tiger's Daughter by K. Arsenal Rivera. The Phoenix Keeper by S.A. McLean. A Dark and Drowning Tide by Allison Saft. Starling House by Alex E. Harrow. The Jasad Hare by Sarah Hashem. Storm of Locusts by Rebecca Roanhorse. Death in the Spires by K.J. Charles. The Mythic Dream, which is a short story collection, so this one has various authors. Two that haven't even made it into a book haul yet are When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker and The Whispering Night by Susan Dennard. So those are all of my fiction books. Then I have a handful of nonfiction to show you as well. Cuba and American History by Ada Ferrer. Her Country by Melissa R. Moss. Swing and Hit by Paul O'Neill and Jack Curry. How to Be an Anti-Racist by Ibram X. Kendi. Stamped from the Beginning, also by Ibram X. Kendi. 78 Degrees of Wisdom by Rachel Pollack. And Safe and Sound by Mercury Stardust. But those are all of the books that I have on my physical TBR, whether they are fiction, nonfiction, whether they are just acquired or here for years. If you have any thoughts or feelings or want to share anything about the books that I showed, ones that I need to prioritize, ones you don't think I'll like, please let me know down below. And that is it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!